All right. Good Tuesday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone is having a fantastic Tuesday. I am your meteorologist, Jess Peterson, and let's go on and talk about the weather for your Tuesday evening going into your future. If you have not hit the like button, the subscribe button, or the share button yet, make sure you go and do so. Also, make sure you go on and vote inside the poll that's inside the chat right now, and also that you go on and hit all those buttons and then go on and put a comment inside of the live chat as well. But let's go on now and talk with the recorded audience again for the people who cannot unfortunately be here tonight. Good Tuesday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone has had a fantastic Tuesday. I am your meteorologist, Jess Peterson, and let's go and talk about the weather for your Tuesday evening going into your future. Now, looking at the radar right now, there is nothing going on throughout the entire state of South Carolina, but if we go on and scroll our way out, we do have some stuff going on throughout pretty much a good portion of the state. We do have some significant wind gusts of up to 50 to 60 miles per hour going through South Dakota right now. North Dakota bringing some rain, also some rain inside of Washington and Oregon. We also do have some rain going on near Tampa, as well as some snow going on over here inside of Maine and even New York as well. Getting some of that rain as well. As you go on now to our cloud cover. Cloud cover right now looking nice out there today. So, or at least tonight as well. As it definitely has gotten a lot more clear as the past couple of days as it's been cloudy for a good little while. But as we continue to push this forward even more, you see that cloud cover is just staying just confined, staying isolated, not really staying too much inside of South Carolina, which is a good thing. Good thing, especially if you don't like clouds or you don't like it covering up the sky. Even though I know some people do like cloudy conditions, though. Current temperatures right now, 61 in Columbia as well as 59 in Camden, 59 in Bishopville, 59 in Florence as well as Marion, 57 in Dillon as well as 57 in Newberry, even Greenwood as well. We even have 55 in Anderson, 55 in Clemson as well as 52 in Greenville, 53 inside of Spartanburg, as well as 61 in Somerville, 62 in Charleston as well as 64 in Key Island. We even have 64 in Beaufort and Hilton Head Island. We move up here towards the PD region, 62 inside of North Myrtle Beach, as well as 61 in Conway, 59 in Loris, as well as Florence and Marion. Here's your low temperatures for tonight: 40 inside of Greenville, 38 inside of Spartanburg, 39 in Anderson, as well as 37 in Rock Hill, 39 inside of Walterboro, as well, not Walterboro, Winsboro, and 42 inside of Columbia, 42 inside of Aiken, as well as 43 in Barnwell, 43 in Orangeburg, as well as 41 in Sumter, Florence, Kingstree, 46 in Beaufort, and oh my gosh, I keep on saying Beaufort, Myrtle Beach, 45 inside of Georgetown, 55 inside of Hilton Island, and 52 in Charleston. Looking at our precipitation for the next 24 hours or so, there is no precipitation at all for the next 24 hours at all. So, will not need that rain gear with you as we go on through the next 24 hours. In terms of severe weather, no severe weather is expected for tonight. Same thing with tomorrow as well. But as you go in and look at Thursday, there is a TSTM, the light green area that is inside of pretty much the entire state except for down there towards Hilton Head Island and Beaufort. And if you're inside the light green wrist, that means that you have a TSTM, meaning that thunderstorms are possible. Obviously, each thunderstorm could always carry a small gusty wind threat of up to 40 miles per hour, and then hail, obviously, of up to probably around half an inch, 3/4 of an inch. Again, all thunderstorms can hold those capabilities, but then also frequent lightning as well. So none of that is out of the question, and it's definitely not impossible. As we go on now and talk about our excessive rainfall, there is no excessive rainfall for South Carolina as we move through today, tomorrow, as well as all the way into Saturday. So we are good in terms in terms of excessive rainfall for the next 5 days. Going on now to our short-term future. Just seeing what the future is looking and what it holds in terms of rainfall first. As you go in and push this forward, going into around 9 p.m. 9 p.m. it is showing not much at all. Even as we go all the way through. Finally, maybe we could see a raindrop by around 2 p.m. on Thursday, up there towards Gaffney, but it's a little like rain mist almost, so definitely not much, and it's still pretty much around 40 hours out. So we'll check more on that tomorrow night, but for now, it's not looking like much. So now let's talk about the long-term future. So this is around like the next 300 to 400 hours. Make sure that you check the time in the top right corner of your screen. Take note of that as we keep on moving. As we push this forward, our next little rain system, we've been talking about this rain system on April the 11th since probably the beginning of April at this point. We've been talking about April the 11th potentially bringing some heavy rain, maybe some excessive rainfall, but they're not highlighting it on the excessive rainfall outlook at all, so I guess it's not really that important in terms of excessive rainfall. We'll continue to push this forward, though. You're not seeing much. High pressure takes over, but then some more rainfall activity continues through April the 19th and the 20th. And then as you go all the way towards April the 23rd as well, and past that, it's just too far out to talk about, so we're just going to continue to wait on that. So now let's go on and talk with the audience. If you want to be a part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight. Miss Oliver says, good evening. Splendid day at my house. Great to see you representing this evening. Did the rain put a dent in the drought? The drought update does not come out until Thursday. So right now, we just got to wait until Thursday and see what happens. But I hope it does, and probably did. But again, we're still not going to see rain a lot tomorrow, as well as we didn't see much today, and also Thursday. So, well, Thursday maybe, but from what we saw, it was just a mist, and it updates on Thursday morning. So, we're not going to get any rain at all. So, we'll see what they say. My cousin Thad says, good evening, Joseph. I hope all is well with you. Another beautiful day here. That's fantastic to hear. My cousin Pearl says, good evening, Joseph. Thanks for giving us the weather update. I'm so proud of you. Have a blessed evening. Same thing to you as well. My Nana says, hello, Jay. Hello to you. And then Trail says, hi, Joseph. Hello to you. And that's it. So if you want to leave a chat or leave a comment inside the chat, you can. But let's talk about the crazy score now. You can see that we do have an 18. It is for in the mild category, slightly breezy or cloudy, but no major concern. It's actually none of that. It's actually because there will be some frost tonight in some inland areas of South Carolina, and probably up there inside the upstate, most likely, because that's where it's going to be the coolest at. So the upstate definitely could see some frost. Places like Anderson, Spartanburg, Rock Hill, Girard, maybe even Newberry as well. You know, some of those regions could see some frost as you go into tonight, with temperatures getting down into the mid 30s for some, probably the lowest it will probably get. So we'll continue to see what happens there, and that's it in terms of the crazy score. Let's talk about San Antonio, Raleigh, and Philadelphia now, are three areas that we talk about outside of South Carolina, the main area. Starting off with San Antonio first. Low temperatures tonight, 52. High temperatures tomorrow at 87. Low temperatures tomorrow night at 56. No precipitation is expected. With Raleigh, low temperatures tonight, 33. High temperatures tomorrow, 61. Low temperatures tomorrow night, 41. It says right there that showers are expected. I don't think that it updated correctly. Yes, it did not. So that's actually supposed to say none right there. So no precipitation expected, and same thing with Philadelphia. Low temperatures tonight, 29. High temperatures tomorrow, 52. And then low temperatures tomorrow night, 38. No precipitation expected for all three locations. No severe weather expected for all three locations. So we're good. We are good for all of them. Now talking about the wildfires. Obviously, wildfires are still going on throughout the state. And we do have some good news, though. We do have some great news that I do want to share with you. Some absolutely fantastic news. I don't know if you've heard the news already. But at 10:35 this morning, the two wildfires that was going on inside of Greenville and Pickens County have been completely contained. It's at 100%. Completely contained. It is no longer I mean, it's still out there, obviously, still fire going on, but it's no longer spreading. It's completely taken care of, and they stopped updating it around a couple of days ago, and I was like, well, they must be close, and obviously they were, as it is now 100% contained. There is no longer anything spreading. We still do. We still do have a wildfire going on, though. Obviously, still inside of Carolina Forest, inside of Horry County. It feels like this wildfire has been going on for almost 2 months now. I don't know how long it's been since this wildfire started. It feels like 2 months, though. But it's still at that 90% contained. Again, they might just not be updating it. Not quite sure. But as of now, it just says 90%. All we can do is go with what they say. And that's it in terms of that. Let's talk about what's going on throughout the entire United States. From the lower Mississippi Valley into the Ohio Valley, widespread moderate to major river flooding is ongoing and will continue through at least late week. Cold temperatures near or below freezing Wednesday morning will be felt across the areas that were impacted by the recent multi-day storms. Dry conditions and gusty winds will contribute to fire weather on Wednesday over parts of the plains like Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, as well as Colorado. Freezing going on all the way from Pennsylvania down through Maryland, Delaware, as well as Virginia, and even North Carolina as well. We also do have some freezing that's going to happen inside of Alabama and Georgia as well. Tennessee is going to get in on some of that as well. Some winter weather possible pretty much for the entire state of Maine as well. And that's it. So hopefully that covers everything going on throughout the entire U.S. And let me go on and check out the chat one more time. Miss Oliver says Mike has said that they had snow today in Ithaca, New York. That is great. It's going to be a long time until South Carolina receives some more snow, probably. Unfortunately, though, as we're going to have to wait probably till like 2025. As I'm not predicting, but I'm just saying I don't think that there will be any sort of white Christmas or anything like that. It's been a long time since we've had that outside of South Carolina. I doubt that it will happen this year. But what do I know? That's still too far out to talk about, and that's around 8 months away, and anything's possible. So I'm not going to say anything on that yet. And that's it. So make sure that if you have not hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button as well. Make sure you go and do so. Also, vote inside the poll. I said, do you like the brief cooldown? At 89% says yes, 11% says no. So seems like most people are enjoying the cooldown as we go into tonight and into the next couple of days as well. It's going to be cooling down pretty much from now through Wednesday and even into Friday, even Saturday as well. Saturday night, we're going to have lows again in the high 30s. So again, this cool down will last a little while. It'll last a little while, but as we get in around high temperatures like Monday, for example, we get back into the 80s and we'll get back into the swing of things going into next week in terms of warm temperatures. But we'll talk more about that as we go into Sunday as well for April the 13th through April the 19th. My dad just commented and said, is the pollen done? Probably not, if I was to be honest. I don't, in terms of, pollen levels and pollen forecast, it's probably going to be pretty moderate as we go all the way into like the next 10 days. So pollen, we're not done with pollen. We are not done with pollen at all. And I think that tomorrow and Thursday as well, especially with grass pollen and tree pollen, that's going to be higher to tomorrow and Thursday than it actually was today. So we're not done with pollen yet. We are not done with pollen yet. And I believe that is it. Let me check one more time. Don't see anything else inside the chat. If you leave something inside the chat, I'll check it out. Just gotta leave it in there and I'll respond inside the chat. So make sure that you go on and do that. If you have anything else you want to ask, I will be back tomorrow morning with your Wednesday morning forecast update. We will be halfway done with the week tomorrow.